in hand.
So I was, cast in the next show.
26, I heard you said.
Huh?
Well, you were in a company called The Compass, right?
No. That
This
was
is later.
That
Okay,
was
never mind.
later,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Shut up.
I know. I'm sorry to interrupt. 'Cause I can't wait to get to that part.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
go ahead.
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
I was cast as Crayon in a production of Oedipus Rex, and they expected me to come right home after the funds were withdrawn. I said, well, I will, but I think I'm going to stick around here and do Crayon. So I said, okay. And my dad got on the phone. He said, you didn't make it as a student, you're not going to make it as an actor. And I was very tough, and I said, well, I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, you did say that?
Oh, I did say that. Windingly.
Well, did they even know about? Did they even know about actors in
No,
those
they
days?
didn't know.
I was going to say. I mean, they're middle class. I mean, were they middle class or were they lower middle class?
No, they were middle class.
Okay, well, they didn't know really, and you're in Kansas City.
Well, I mean, it was unheard of. Anybody in our family going into the arts.
Yeah,
Who ever heard of that?
Yeah, exactly. People don't realize that you don't have any sense of it. You're just kind of struggling out.
I certainly didn't know the right moves to make.
Yeah, but you had a feeling inside you.
Oh, I was inspired.
And wasn't this Oedipus Rex, was that a radio show?
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
No,
okay.
No, it wasn't. But I eventually...
Richard III is what I read. Richard II was it?
Oh, that was the radio show at the dormitory.
That's in college.
That I auditioned for and got a role in. And I read for my roommate.
Paul.
Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get your facts straight.
Yeah.
What'd I do? Do all this fucking research for nothing?
Well, was it in Korean? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it was.
I'm sorry.
So I said, should I try out for this radio show? Because I did radio in high school and I loved it. And he said, well, let me hear you read. So I read for him and his jaw fell.
Yeah.
And later on I decided to go to summer school. And he came bustling home one day and he said, they're going to do Murder in the Cathedral for the summer production. You can do any of the roles. Go check the book out and read for it. So I thought I'd be a big man. I checked out the book, and I didn't read it. And I took my girlfriend, my Greek girlfriend at the time.
Oh, now she's Greek. Was this before the shiksa or after the shiksa?
That was before.
Okay.
Yeah. And I took her to the reading, and I read for them. And after a bunch of hanky-panky parlaying back and forth, I ended up doing the lead. I never screwed the girlfriend, but
You never screwed the Greek girl?
No.
But you did the shiksa.
I did, yeah.
Was she Catholic?
She what?
Was she Catholic? Was she a Catholic
No, no, God, no.
Because they're easier.
She was... Well, listen to you. How many of you slept with?
I was raised Catholic. I have this big theory that Irish and Jews were just pretty much the same.
Yeah, well,
right? The same sense of humor.
They were both in the same economic level when they first came here.
Yeah.
So no, she wasn't a religionist at all, but she had Danish blood.
Oh, she must have been pretty.
No, she wasn't.
Get your facts straight.
She's dead now, so she wasn't. But she was a good lay.
I thought you just said you never fucked her. Got laid.
The Greek girl.
Oh, the Greek girl. You're talking. You fucked the Greek girl, but not the...
I didn't fuck the Greek girl.
You fucked the shiksa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's always looking with the ugly ones.
You know what I think is really interesting? I know I don't mean to jump all over, but why not? Nobody knows...
Please jump over. Go on.
No one knows that you're Jewish. I mean, mean, if you read and you look you up, I mean, you're not hiding anything. But when you ask the average person, like, I'm doing a TV show now, and when they say, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, oh my God, I'm gonna, on the podcast, I'm gonna interview at Asner. I got all this research to do, and I said, and this is the UPM producers, people that are, intelligent, happening people. And I said, did you know he was Jewish? And people are like, no, I never knew that. See, you don't wear that. And it's very interesting. I just wonder, because so many...
Well, you don't find that many actors out there who speak Yiddish.
Where?
In the business.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought a lot of people spoke Yiddish, Russian Jews.
Name one.
Oh, actors?
Yeah.
Walter Matthau, not anymore. He's dead.
Oh, well, he was full of shit.
I mean, there must be Martin Landau. I'm sure must have spoken Jewish.
He's gone too.
Well, he just left, but I'm just trying to.
Living actors. Do you know any? You know any living Jewish actors?
You know what? I can speak a little Yiddish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lashana Tova, B'Sher,
yeah.
Nishva Yiddish Kindra. I used to have a little kid.
What?
Nishva Yiddish Kindra.
Not for Yiddish,
okay.
Jewish kids.
How about Ganza Macha?
Big shot.
How about Big? Okay. How about Fresser? I had a kitty named Fresser. Fresser.
That's an eater.
Yeah, an eater. See, I know a little bit. And
he'll eat you out of house and home.
And when I was on Three's Company, you know how you do. Well, you do a show and you have dinner and the next show. My notes were always too Jewish. You're a shiksa, too Jewish. Because I learned the Jewish rhythm on telling a joke. I mean, Gentiles aren't really good with rhythm and jokes. They're kind of crummy. They're those stupid jokes. Like my mother would say, why does Santa Claus not have any children?
Why?
Because he has popcorn balls. I mean, these are not funny. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're all laughing, but normally you just kind of go ho-hum, I like the great Jewish, the stories, the rhythm, the...
Roses are reddish, violets are bluish.
I forgot the rest.
Because I'm Jewish.
Santa's not... What is it, Santa's a goy, but Jesus was Jewish. Okay, you like that one?
I did. Have you ever met those?
Long version.
Have you ever met those people, Jews for Jesus? What's up with that? I mean, I've never quite understood that.
I don't have any truck with them.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
I got a bicycle.
But you're right. Not many people. I think Yiddish is a dying language, yeah, because you have to speak Hebrew.
I hope not, because it's rich.
You know what? It is.
It's a great, rich language. It's a whore language, like I refer to English as being a whore language. It takes whatever it needs.
Would you explain a little further on that one?
What?
Would you explain a little further on that one?
Well,
what do you mean it takes?
The best example I give, my mother would write Yiddish letters to my sister and my brother, one of each. And on one of them, they saved it, and they showed it to me. My mother wrote, I'm not in Yiddish. Nothing is going on there, blah, 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 blah. Today I mopped the floor. and she said it all in Yiddish, except she didn't have the word for mop. So she said it as Yiddish in that
English.
In that English. She wrote mopped in Yiddish.
Oh, okay.
But mop was not a Yiddish word, but she created it.
Oh, wow.
And Jews created it all the time.
And is that how Yiddish got started, do you think?
Well, it started, I'm told, as 14th century Plattdeutsch. And it was used by the Jews of Eastern Europe all over the place, because the Sephardic Jews, the Spanish Jews, don't speak Yiddish.
Right.
Yeah. So the East European Jews used it all over, and it was their means of communication in all the countries that they were oppressed in. So no matter what happens, they could talk to each other and share secrets.
But they don't speak it much in Israel.
No, that bullshit.
They don't.
And yeah,
Because the girl that plays my daughter on this show, her name is Yael Grobas.
Yeah.
She's from Israel. She's very Israel. She speaks Russian, she speaks Hebrew. And I started, because I tried to impress her, like a bonding experience. I would say my little Yiddish things. And she said, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What are you saying? And I go, well, this is like Yiddish, And she goes, and I go, yeah, it's Yiddish. And she goes, well, let me tell you, if you go over to Europe again, you ever go to Israel, don't talk like that, because no one will either know what you're saying, and if they do, they're all dead. That's what she told me.
That's half the complication with Ed and half of his English sometimes. I say,
what happened? What happened?
What do you mean?
Oh, but he's true. It's like the word b'shert. There's certain that means that you did like a mitzvah, that you gave someone, that you did a good turn on someone. You did something good, right?
That's because English, though.
Huh? No, but it's hard to explain those things, right?
Well, you see, Israel was created mostly by Eastern European Jews who spoke Yiddish. So their big idea was to create a new country, a new land, the Jewish homeland, and to throw off the shackles of the past, which included Yiddish. So they didn't teach it, and they concentrated on creating a new Hebrew. And that's the language that they speak today. But they're full of shit by ignoring and denying Yiddish.
Do you have a particular, because you're so political, you're so well thought and well read. Can you think of how you would solve the Palestinian Israel?
I'd create a second state. That's what I'd do.
You would. So you would have a second state.
You're goddamn right.
All right. But then that would require them pulling out of the Gaza Strip, right?
They're going to be screwed no matter how they do it, because the indigenous Muslims in Israel are growing at a high rate, and they're going to be commanding a greater and greater population center. And Israel could easily have gotten rid of that by creating that western state in the West Bank and having the Muslims declare their own state there, and it would alleviate some of the population explosion that they're going through in Israel proper.
I wonder why they don't do that then. I mean, it sounds simple coming out of your mouth, but
because they're verblunget.
Do you worry what's going to happen? I mean, do you think? What do you? I'm sure I know how you would feel about Trump, but what do you think? Do you think do you have a thought about it? Like, do you think he's going to last out his presidency, or do you?
Who, Trump?
Trump, or do you think they might?
Well, it's the first time we've had a clown for president.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, what do you think?
I don't know when the people get tired of clowns or not. But it all depends what Mueller comes up with, if he ever gets over his constipation.
Do you think he's constipated? I think he's working pretty fast. You think he's constipated?
Well, he's not delivering anything, is he?
But you think he's being thorough.
It's time for caca.
Well, you can't look at Watergate was years. I think that they were indicting people after Nixon was out, right? After that term had ended.
They came up very quickly though with indictments.
He
didn't last as president.
Well, he didn't. But he was in his second term.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think about it. This is pretty. I think this is going faster, don't you? What do you think?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't think so?
Well, I don't know. It's still the first year of Trump. So.
Well, what do you think about? Do you think we might go to war with North Korea? I mean, what do you think?
Do I get to vote?
I mean, yeah, because people talk about this all the time.
I mean, if he's going to build this up into military action before a bomb has fallen, then he ought to have his ass whipped.
But when that bomb was falling, where do you think that bomb would fall? In South Korea or here?
Here.
Well, so you think we should...
Or Guam.
You think we should wait?
He might make it Guam, because there wouldn't be a lot of high death.
But I'm just curious, what do you think we should wait? That's the way you got to do it, right? You got to wait till we're hit.
I think he ought to shut his mouth.
Well, he would never do that. But I'm just saying, do you think that we can't be proactive? We have to wait until something happens, until a lot of death.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm more worried about not certifying Iran as qualifying for its sanctions, as we should go back and break off that treaty with Iran.
You think we should?
No, of course I don't.
Okay.
Whichever European country who signed on to it, including Russia, would not want us to do. But Israel wants it. So he's kowtowing to Israel if he denies Iran. And I'm not sure that he will. But if he denies